Hello. This is my first time trying this video thing, so bear with me. I had an insight this morning, and it was kind of an epiphany, a light bulb moment. I've never had an adequate answer to why there's a need for suffering. A lot of spiritual teachers have their own answers, like it's a divine plan, karma. There are many things people tell us, but a lot of it feels like they don't really know the answer, and it's kind of something to say to people when you can't explain something that's unexplainable. So, what I realized for me, and if it resonates with you, maybe there's truth there for you as well, that these so-called dark beings, the ones that have controlled humanity for a long time, I'll concede that we all came from the same source originally, because we're all from the one source energy. But what I think is that these dark ones deviated from the source. Perhaps they decided to go out and they wanted to create their own universe. And I don't know the reason why they would do some of the things they've done. At this point, it defies anything that you can conceive of that an originally loving being would do. And to say that it's sanctioned by the source because it helps us grow, that is another cop-out to me. It's just, it doesn't feel good to me. So, I realized that if you look at humanity and you look at your individual life and people in general, we have traumas from our past. These traumas kind of shape our state of being over time. And if you were hurt in your past at some point and you've not released that energy, you carry it with you. It affects your relationships, affects your life on all levels. And what I believe is that these dark ones are ones who had pain inside of them. Somehow they had pain. But instead of going through a process of healing, like many of us are doing here on Earth, healing our unresolved emotions, we call it releasing or welcoming your emotions. You love your inner child who has been traumatized, who's gone through these painful experiences. So basically you relive the experience emotionally so that you can clear the charge. And the more you do this, the more peace you find, because I believe it's the heavy emotions that cover over our natural, happy, loving self, which is like the sun of our being. And the more we have these dense emotions, the more they cover over the sun in our being, which is the light, which is who we are. This is our true source energy that we are coming back to, reclaiming now, and which we started out with. And I believe that these dark ones originally had that, but now all the light that is in them has become so suppressed and densified because the pain that they've had in them has been continually projected outward, and they haven't looked within and sought their own healing. So because of so much pain, it turned into anger, it turned into rage, it turned into hatred, it extinguished the light to such a degree that there's hardly any light left in them, if at all. It's very minute. It depends how far someone has strayed from the source, basically. So I had the epiphany this morning that this is just what a black hole is. It's a densification. And I think that the darkness, which is the unresolved emotions, compacts over time. If instead of seeking healing, instead of feeling those feelings, which lightens them and lets them to leave your body, instead you do the opposite. You continue to add on to the hurt, add on to the pain, and then you project it outward, and you at some point you lose all of your empathy, because not only is your light diminished, but your heart, your love is suppressed with all this darkness, so it's covered over, so you don't feel the love for all of life. You don't feel the love for every being, and you lose your connection to all of life, and that's how you can do such horrible, terrible things, psychopathic things. And so I see them now as these dark black holes. And the further they've deviated from the original source energy, the more densified their darkness has